from what I can see with a lot of the stuff, we have the floods here in New Mexico, the burns and the floods and the stuff, and the ones in Texas and the ones in China are worse. That the governments don't care, that they want to depress, use the reactions of nature of accepting this kind of irrational interactive, and then because the people accept it, just depress them and make their lives miserable. It's just, it's insane. You sit and you watch it and you're like, I don't ask myself why it had to get this far, because I don't question the people that see themselves as the great problem solvers and the Paris summits and stuff with the carbon print and stuff like that. There's far more involved than even carbon signature prints in your actions and reactions with nature. And human beings, you're stimulating economies, you're Uber driving meals, you're sending people to work, you're getting more jobs and stuff like that. And so carbon signature prints, it doesn't matter how you do business, it's still business, and it's not natural. And when you're doing things that are unnatural, you're going to get extreme radical. It's like the Titans, okay, in ancient times with the Greeks and their magical thinking, and what would happen to nature when human beings would do things really irrationally, like the plagues in the Bible with the whatchamacallits, the Egyptians and the Mayans and the Aztecs have similar results because they're doing things in a similar manner. Okay. And we've gotten to where we try to lie to nature and tell nature, set seismic things on this, do that, and they keep trying to tell nature, we're getting better, we're doing, which is not true. And you can't lie to nature, but I don't think these people care. I think they see it as a washing out and an ethnic cleansing, and they're just doing what they perceive as a process of weeding out the bad and keeping what they perceive as the good. But nobody's living truthfully, and no one's engaging each other faithfully, and there's no logic or reason, and there's definitely no love present in the interactive among these people. The commercial I've watched a couple times today with the former governor of South Dakota, telling people, hey, if you're here illegally, you're never going to come back if we catch you. And if you want to come here, you have to follow our laws. And it's like, these people have migrated up and down these river valleys for 7,000 years. Okay. And my family came to New Mexico in 1958. 1958. Was when my family came to settle in New Mexico. My dad was from El Paso, Texas. My mom was also in El Paso, Texas because of an assignment through military. And before that, my dad was born in El Paso. And then moved to Tennessee and then moved back to Texas. My mom was born in Missouri and then moved to Texas through the military. Okay. But it was military movement. My dad, it was just poor people migration. Just going from Oklahoma to Bakersfield, Merle Haggard, and stuff. And it was just, poor people just try to go where they think they can survive. Not El Paso, Tennessee, and they just try to survive. They just try to go where they think they can find a place to be able to, I owe my soul to the company store, right? Which is not tangible, but when people are taught magical thinking, And then they showed things haven't changed much in the Philippines since Imelda Marcos. They showed the fashion show of all the women in the Philippines and gave a state of the address, and that was like, wow, And you sit and you watch this stuff, and it's like, they've been doing this since Akhenaten. And just because you try to, it's almost like putting lipstick on a pig, right? And you'd be like, it's like, guys, there's been a lot of physically attractive people that have been horrific, tyrannical, aggressive, abusive mass murderers. Okay? There's been a lot of physically attractive people. A lot of the Nazis were very physically attractive people. Okay. When you look at the American service thing and this and that, especially back during World War I and II, it was like the hip thing to do. So the attractive jocks and all went up and signed up for God and country. And, your parents did it. Your parents' parents did it. Lieutenant Dan's family did it. And your family's going to do it too. Right? You got to have your place on the wall of honor, the wall of, And then they showed these radical, irrational, insane engineering, psychotic things. Would you do that? Why? Climb on the side of the mountain with the board stuck in, and why would you risk your life doing that? Your life is precious. You can spend 115 years loving your wife and grandkids, respecting the mountains, respecting the river, respecting nature, trying to put back so it can keep giving to you and your kids. Or you can go climb up the side of the mountain because there's some wacko extremist who says he's not afraid of dying. Taking care of the planet, respecting it, so I can get what I need to love my family for 115 years doesn't mean I'm afraid of dying. It just means I really appreciate and respect the beauty of life. Fuckers are crazy. I'm going to try to load this one. I'm going to go to bed. The tsunami watch and stuff like that, I hope everybody takes it seriously and goes and is uncomfortable for a night, just in case. Because the one guy was talking about that, I was like, that's a pretty big magnitude earthquake. And who knows where it's shifting and sending the waves, and they could be devastating. So it's something that, everybody on all the West Coast, and definitely in Hawaii, please head for high ground and take in one another and make sure everybody's okay. And, try to round up all your pets and stuff and make sure they get to high ground too. Okay. I love you guys very much. I'm going to go to bed. We'll talk in the morning. Damn. Giant dam bursts, China bridges collapse, and rivers overflow. Okay, guys, I love you very much, man. Peace.